Okay, ladies and gents, so here's my preview for the Belgium and the Netherlands matchup in the UEFA Nations League. That's right, because the Belgium and the Netherlands, two neighbors, they're going to be facing each other in the UEFA Nations League, and I'm super looking forward to this game, because on the Belgium national team, obviously you have the main man himself, Kevin De Bruyne. You have also other key players like I have to say Lukaku, of course, and then Hazard. Depends if he's going to be playing or not. But, I mean, looking at the Belgium national team, I think that this could be one of the last chances that we have at seeing a potential or the Belgium golden generation, because obviously players like De Bruyne, Lukaku, and Hazard, they are getting older. And, once those players retire, then it's going to be interesting how Belgium football is going to be able to perform. But right now, as long as Belgium have De Bruyne and as long as his form can continue, then I personally think that the Belgium national team can accomplish anything, And this UEFA Nations League tournament, I think, is going to be a great opportunity for players like Lukaku to regain their form again. And, especially this Netherlands game, it's going to be interesting how Belgium's national team performs in this game. Because obviously, I think it's obviously all going to depend on the shoulders of Kevin De Bruyne, of how he's going to be able to dictate that Belgian midfield, and try and find space against the Netherlands back four. That is pretty good, I have to say, especially with informed players like Van Dijk, De Ligt. Then obviously it might be very impossible for Belgium to try and find space whenever facing those players, because obviously those players are really good at, being able to close down gaps in defense and all that stuff, especially players like Virgil van Dijk, who is a very crucial part of the Netherlands back four. So obviously that's one way how I imagine Belgium are going to beat the Netherlands here. I think that might be one advantage that Belgium have here over the Netherlands, because, I've been trying to figure out, which team has the advantage over each other in this potential matchup. And I think that, now, when it comes to the front attack, the front three attack, I personally might think that the Netherlands have some sort of slight advantage over Belgium's front three, because you look at the Netherlands with players like Memphis Depay, players especially like Danjuma, who I think is going to be featured in the Netherlands starting 11, because one exciting player on the Netherlands national team that I think is going to be a very crucial part of their front attack is going to be Danjuma, especially with his incredible performance this past season for Villarreal. Right now, I think that the most exciting player on that team is going to be, without a doubt, Danjuma. So that's how I imagine the Netherlands can go about in this game, is just them having, I think, a slightly better front attack compared to Belgium's front attack, because don't get me wrong, Belgium, they still got a fairly decent front attack, but I just think that the Netherlands hold the edge here of having the better front attack. And when it comes to midfield, I personally believe that Belgium might have that slight advantage here over the Netherlands in terms of midfield. And in terms of back four, then I do think that the Netherlands have that advantage here over the Belgium national team, because obviously the Belgium's defense recently, I feel like, has kind of struggled a bit recently, especially in matchups against Italy at Euro 2020 particularly, and especially since one of their key players in, I think, Vincent Kompany recently retired, because he was a crucial part of Belgium's back four. So, of course, I think that one key issue for Belgium's football team that could be here in this game is just wondering how will they be able to defend against the Netherlands front attack, because the Netherlands front attack, let's not kid ourselves, the Netherlands front attack is really good, and with players like Depay, players like even obviously Danjuma that I've mentioned, and obviously you got Wijnaldum as well, you got Frankie de Jong in that midfield, and I think that that those players are going to obviously make the biggest impact, I think, for the Netherlands in this matchup against Belgium, because especially if Frankie de Jong can control that midfield, then I think that for the Netherlands, this could be an easy, I have to say, probably 3-1 victory, because if I'm being honest here, now, no disrespect to Belgium's football team, but I personally have the Netherlands winning this game 3-1. That's my honest prediction, just because I don't see the Netherlands losing this game. I think that the Netherlands might have that slight advantage over Belgium in terms of defense and front attack particularly, and of course, for Belgium, I think it's going to be one of those games where they can hope that Courtois can have a really good game like how he did against Liverpool yesterday in the Champions League final, as a way to maybe help guide the Belgium national team to victory, because obviously Belgium, in terms of keeper, yeah, they have that advantage over the Netherlands in the particular sense that that Belgium's football team obviously has a way better keeper because Courtois, I think he's personally better than any keeper on the Netherlands national team currently. So, yeah, that's one advantage that Belgium have over the Netherlands. But despite that, I think that in terms of teamwork, determination, and just playing really creative football, I think that the Netherlands are really likely looking like they could win this game. So, yeah, that's my honest prediction here. But for Belgium, though, they can still get it done, especially if De Bruyne has a really good day and all that stuff. So, yeah, man, let me know what you think about this game in the comment section below, and let me know what is your score prediction. I'd love to hear it. So anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned in another video.